Apparently, there are a lot of women who are concerned about dreaming of men, but they're lesbians. And I found this out because I did a little bit of research, a little bit of digging, and there were quite a few people who were having dreams of either the opposite sex because they identify as lesbian or gay. And then there were even a lot of people who identify as heterosexual, but they were dreaming of the same sex. So, like a man was dreaming about a man, and a woman was dreaming about a woman, and they were actual sexual dreams. And what led me to do my research about dreaming sexual dreams or just having dreams about liking someone romantically when in real life you are not physically or sexually or even emotionally attracted to that specific sex or gender. And I had a dream about Usher, but I'm a lesbian. This is a true story. And that's what the title of this video is. I had a dream about Usher, but I'm a lesbian. My name is Giselle Wallace, lesbian life coach and author. Please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are a lesbian, gay, bisexual, or same sex attracted person, if you fall under the wonderful acronym of LGBTQIA, you are welcome here. I want you to subscribe. And anyone else who is an ally, a friend, a loved one, a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community, please subscribe. Thank you so much. So I dream pretty vividly. Like my dreams are very colorful. I don't know if it has anything to do with me liking the rainbow and me being a lesbian, but my dreams are very vivid and clear and they pop out and I remember the dream. Now, I don't remember all my dreams, but I think they call this REM sleep, the capital REM sleep. It's like when you're in a very relaxed state and your body is completely rested. It mentioned the skeletal system and the muscle system are in a very relaxed state, and your body is very relaxed, in other words. So you're able to process and recall your dreams when you're in this REM sleep status. So anyway, I was in REM sleep, and out of nowhere, I'm at this water fountain. Now, let me first say this video that this little dream that I'm about to discuss. It's not intended to be erotic or anything, but it was kind of an erotic dream. But it's for teaching purposes, and the purpose of this message is to confirm with lesbians, if you are dreaming about a man, or if you've ever had a dream about the opposite gender and it concerns you and it's causing you to question your sexuality, rest assured the dream does have a meaning, but not what you think it is. So stay tuned to the entire video and I'll explain to you. But right now I'm going to explain this dream. So if there's any people who don't want to hear about the dream, like minors or whatnot, go ahead and click off this video. Thank you. All right. So all of a sudden, I was in this environment and I'm like, where am I? Because it was bizarre. I was not fully clothed. All of a sudden, I'm at this water fountain and I'm bending over this water fountain, drinking the water from the fountain. And I have on this white fitted shirt. It's like something I would sleep in. And I have on nothing else except for my panties, my undergarments. But this is not something you would wear out in the open. And I'm literally in public, but I can't do anything because I'm here. I'm in my dream, but I don't know that I'm dreaming. And interesting enough, I wasn't alarmed that I was in a hallway at a water fountain drinking water from this fountain, and I was not fully clothed. And suddenly someone comes by and they take their fingers, like the index finger. Just imagine your index finger and your thumb finger, and you're cupping your index finger and your thumb finger, and you come and you literally grip my butt. That's what happened. And I looked around real quick, and guess who it was? It was Usher, the singer, R&B singer Usher Raymond. And I just couldn't believe what he just did. Now, I was not fanatical, like, oh my God, Usher just touched my butt. Oh my God, Usher just touched my butt. No, I was not like that at all. As a matter of fact, I was a bit annoyed. I was like, what the hell are you doing? And it was like I knew who he was, but why was he just randomly walking around and just grabbing my butt with his index finger and his thumb? So he disappeared, but yet I'm still in this public setting. So I realized this public setting was very nice. It was very modern. It was like very pristine, a lot of technology. And I realized I was in a school setting, like I was in some university. I don't know where, but it had a lot of beautiful modern imagery around. Staircases that were like elevators. They weren't like regular staircases. It was like elevators. It was a lot of windows, a lot of sleek designs, a lot of the latest technology, but it was a school setting because you saw like classrooms. Like when I started walking around, I saw people in class, like at desks, and there was an instructor in front of a whiteboard, that kind of environment. And so I switched to passing up this classroom, and most classrooms have their door closed while class is in session. But this particular classroom, the door was wide open. And guess who was in class? Usher. He was sitting at the front of the room, of the classroom, and the instructor was teaching. And it was like 2 or 3 people in the room with him. It was not many people in this particular classroom. And I froze and I looked at him and I said, "You are so naughty." And that's really what I said in the dream. And Usher has these beautiful, dimples, a beautiful smile. And he just looked at me and he just smiled and he just nodded his head. And I walked away and I was kind of just annoyed again and like, I can't believe he did this. Now, mind you, I'm still in this white shirt with nothing else on except for my undergarments. And I'm walking around like it's not an issue. And I'm in a school setting. So this is bizarre. And then I'm in another scene. I'm on an escalator and I'm going up this escalator, and I end up going to another level in the school. It was like different levels in the university. And I see Usher in another classroom. And he looks up and he turns his head and he sees me. And it's like he could read my mind, like, what why did you do that? And he said these words. He said, "It's just a way of me letting you know that I think you're cute. I'm attracted to you." And I said, "Well, why would you do that?" And he said, "Why would I not want to do it?" And then it was suddenly the scene shifted and we were face to face. Usher and I were face to face. But there was this guardrail between us, almost as if he was going in concert. You know how when you're at a concert and there's these guardrails that keep you from the celebrity? And he was just there, and we were just looking at each other. We didn't exchange any dialogue. We're just looking at each other. And then the scene switches where we're in the bedroom together and he's on top of me and he's just smiling at me. We're about to engage in a very sensual sexual act. And I wake up. And I was like, what in the world was that about? Like, I've never dreamt about Usher before. I really don't dream at all about celebrities. There's one celebrity I did dream about a few times, and that was Whitney Houston. But that's another story. But I never dreamt about a man, especially a celebrity. Now, in real life, I really love Usher's music. Like, he's one of the greatest artists. The man has a beautiful voice. He's extremely talented. He's one of my most favorite dancers and singers. And he has a wonderful style. The man dresses well. He looks good. He's a very attractive man. Even though I'm a lesbian, I know when a man is very attractive. Usher is physically attractive, and he's in tip-top shape. He's pretty much every woman's dream who is a heterosexual woman, or if you are a bisexual or pansexual woman. He pretty much could have any woman he wants to. Now, I do want to say this as a disclaimer. I respect Usher Raymond as a human being, and I understand that he is now a married man. So this is not any disrespect or disregard of him being a married man. This is strictly for teaching purposes, because there are quite a few people who are questioning their sexuality when when they think about sleeping or having some type of erotic or sexual dream of someone who they are not physically, sexually, or emotionally attracted to in real life. And I did some research, and I learned that if you are a lesbian and you're dreaming about a man, it means that there is some type of quality that you may admire about the person that you're dreaming of. However, it does not mean that whatever the quality is that you're dreaming of, or that that you are drawn to or attracted to in a person, it doesn't mean that that specific person in the dream is the actual person. In other words, you may know someone in real life who possesses some quality that you are in admiration of. But it does not mean that you want to date this person or literally have sex with them. And sometimes we try to block ourselves from what we're feeling and thinking, because as a lesbian identified woman in a heteronormative society, growing up since I was a child, I was bombarded with messages that I am a heterosexual. I am supposed to be attracted to men. And I remember times where I resented people trying to force me to be someone who I was not. And I literally did not even like when I saw a man and I thought that he was an attractive man. Like, it freaked me out, because I was like, hold on, what's going on here? Why do I think that he's attractive? But when I really calmed down and I began to process my thoughts and feelings, I realized and understood that I'm capable of seeing people physically attractive, but that does not equate to me desiring them in a sexual or romantic manner. There is quite a difference. So there was a time when I was so opposed to even being friends with a man because I just knew I was a lesbian, but I just didn't really want to take a risk and be too close to a man because I thought that I might start liking a man or that I might want to be in a relationship with a man romantically. And so it became kind of a fear. And people may think, well, that's strange or odd because why would you be afraid of being attracted to the opposite sex? Because there's nothing wrong with being a heterosexual. And some people would say, oh, that's good that you found a man attractive because that means you're not really a lesbian. None of the above is accurate or true. The very fact that I am a woman who is physically, romantically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and sexually attracted to women isn't a complete indicator that I am a same sex attracted woman. So that part of me cannot be erased. So you cannot conclude that because I see a man and I'm physically attracted to him, you cannot conclude that I am no longer a lesbian because I'm still a lesbian. And being physically attracted to someone has degrees. You can see someone who is attractive, as I find Usher Raymond to be a very attractive man, but I'm not turned on sexually by him. I am not interested in being with him in a sexual manner. I am not capable of connecting with a man emotionally or mentally. There is a complete void when it comes to me trying to connect with a man emotionally and romantically. And this is not something that can be forced. It's either there or it's not. And for me, it's not. So all of these factors lead to me being a lesbian. And a lot of the pressure that I had growing up created a lot of questions that I had about myself. But because I believe in facing my truth and instead of, avoiding the truth or avoiding reality, that helped me to be able to better understand myself. And I intentionally would get to know other males to see how things would develop. And I learned that I never was able to fall in love with the man. And I met a lot of women who were able to fall in love with guys. And I understood that what they were describing was exactly how I was able to feel about another woman. So that was another indicator to let me know I'm a lesbian. Now, I can talk to a man and have a great conversation with him, and we could be really interested in whatever the topic is that we're discussing. We could even consider each other to be friends, platonic friends. However, that's slim to none when it comes to me with dealing with men. And in most cases, the man wants to be in a relationship with me romantically and sexually. So that never happens. And it's very hard. It's very difficult to be a lesbian and be in a friendship with a man, because the man more than likely is attracted to you anyway, because men do not associate with women that they are not physically attracted to. So understand that. The other reason why a man may be associating with a woman is maybe he thinks that she has money and he's just trying to use her for something. But men don't really waste their time being around women at all unless they want to sleep with them or they think that they can gain some type of financial gains from this woman. Period, point blank. Now, this is excluding if this is your biological father or if it's your brothers or your uncles or your male cousins. They are always, in most cases, let me just say in most cases, they always are affectionate with you out of kinship. But if you are questioning your sexuality and if you are concerned about your dreams don't necessarily mean exactly what the dream is displaying. There's a lot of symbolism in it, there's spirituality in it, and in many cases, you may need to take some time to think about what is causing you anxiety or fears or confusion about your life. And that's kind of what I was just referring to, me dissecting my past of how I was always deterred from being who I am as a lesbian, and that I didn't appreciate those experiences at all because it caused anxiety for me. It caused a lot of conflict for me in my dealings with people because you could say I was so adamant about being a lesbian that I did not even want to risk associating with a man, because there were times I didn't even just want anybody on the outside to see me talking to a man, because I didn't want them to say, oh, I think that she's changing. She's turning into a normal straight girl. And I actually detested the phrase normal straight girl because I'm a lesbian and it's absolutely normal for me to be a lesbian. So, but I got over that hump. I did get over that hump. And I began to learn myself by interacting and engaging with people. And I became more self aware about myself. And it really just resulted in what I always knew from the beginning, that I am a lesbian. But I just said all that to say, ladies, that sometimes your dreams are manifesting to you what you subconsciously are going through in your awakened state. And just take time to think about what you're maybe running away from or avoiding, or what angers you and keeps you from knowing yourself fully. And it's all right. It's all right. Even if you meet someone and you have a great conversation with this person and it happens to be a man, don't let that cause you to think that you're less of a lesbian. Sometimes it's good to have friendships with the opposite sex. We are human beings. We're here on this earth to make a difference in life. And sometimes you may be helping someone, but if you cut yourself off from people completely, then we are keeping ourselves from really being human. We are not supposed to be going around in isolation or, just absorbing a lot of self-hatred or hatred in others, whether it's their gender, their sex, their race, their nationality, whatever it may be. We have to really analyze and dissect why we are thinking and behaving the way we are. Because sometimes we are going against what we fear. And we don't need to embody fear. We are to be powerful, strong, lovable, kind human beings. So dreams are amazing like that. Don't get so caught up on your dream to the point where it is causing you to function properly in real life, and it's negatively affecting your interactions with other people. And just know that you don't always have to tell your dreams to anybody, because some people may misinterpret your dreams, and some people will try to project what they want for you on your life when that's not what you need to take on it as at all. But I decided to share this dream about my situation. So I hope that this gives you a bit clarity, and I hope you enjoyed the message. If it resonates with you, like the video, share the video, and if you want to, you can comment below. I am Giselle Wallace, lesbian life coach and author. Thank you for listening.